Hey, good morning. This is Scott from Big Hit Guitars. I got into the shop a little early today, despite the monsoon-like rain outside. Pretty dark at 8 o'clock in the morning here. To bring you a video about American guitars and why we specialize in American-made guitars, but also want to recognize that there are many guitars that are imported, made overseas, that are fantastic guitars. Case in point, I've got an American-made Paul Reed Smith Silver Sky. This is the John Mayer edition. And on my right, I've got a Paul Reed Smith Silver Sky SE, which is made in Indonesia. It's at a much more attractive price point. It's less than half the cost of the American-made guitar. So why would you buy an American-made Paul Reed Smith guitar versus one of the imported guitars if they're just as good? Well, I'm gonna let you know why. So there are a few differences between these two guitars. Most obviously is the fretboard material. This is a rosewood fretboard, this is a maple fretboard, but both guitars come in either fretboard choice. So that's just up to personal preference. Some people think that a rosewood fretboard is a little bit warmer, and I tend to agree, but that really isn't a deciding factor for me when I'm looking at a guitar. Especially two guitars that really are built to be somewhat equal. So as I look at this guitar, I see essentially a Strat style guitar in a pretty darn cool green color. Let's just talk about the similarities for now, and then we'll talk about the differences. So basically a 6-string Strat style guitar, 3 pickups with a 5 selector switch. Tremolo, basically a 3-spring tremolo, which is pretty standard. As far as the tuners are concerned, this is a place where there's obvious cost savings. The SE model has more of your traditional Fender style tuners, whereas your Maryland-made Silver Sky has the locking tuners. I like the locking tuners. They're super convenient. They're, in my opinion, just as stable. I don't think that there's a stability difference. Maybe the gearing is a little bit better on the US-made model, but it's more in the ease of changing the strings that comes into play. I mean, this is a great sounding guitar. Yeah, it just sounds a lot more crisp. However subtle it might be, there is a feel difference between these two instruments. What I get from this guitar is a feeling, it's a little bit more stable. I don't know, I feel like I can dig in more on this guitar and I get that responsiveness that I expect from maybe a vintage classic Stratocaster. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to owning an American-made guitar, it comes down to the idea that this is something that I have aspired to. This is a guitar that the quality and the reputation and the mere fact that it's made in America is something that I appreciate. It's something that I look for in my buying decisions. And I think that overall, it is a superior product. It is a superior musical instrument, which doesn't mean that the SE isn't a quality instrument, far from it. But there's no getting around that this guitar is a higher quality end product. It's a combination of the parts that they use and the craftsmanship and the quality that goes into it. This is the end result of all of that development. This Silver Sky SE is a sweet guitar, there's no doubt about it. It has a great neck, a good feel. It's a very capable Strat style guitar. I mean, it has all the things that a classic Strat has. So I would say for the sub $800 area or the sub $850 area, this Silver Sky SE is pretty unbeatable. So the PRS Silver Sky, the Made in Maryland model, is an exquisite guitar. It's got everything that a vintage Stratocaster has, great feeling neck, locking tuners. If you're looking for that Strat style tone, I mean, this has it in spades. So to bring this thing to a conclusion, when it comes to an American-made guitar versus a guitar made overseas, it really comes down to this. How does it sound to your ears? And what is it that gets you excited about playing music? For some, and I know people like this, they must have a US core model, top-of-the-line made instrument. And you know what? That is totally cool. Because then it just puts the debate to bed for them. They know, all right, I've got it. There's not going to be a problem with this instrument. I mean, it needs regular maintenance like anything, but this is it. I have the best. I can sort of put that behind me and just get on with the playing and not have to do this endless gear hunt. For those who don't really have all that big a hang up about it, save some money and buy one of the imports. For me, when it comes to the decision of owning, of looking for, of coveting a guitar or a high quality amplifier, whatever it is, it's something to aspire to. It's a goal to have. So if your goal is to own a really nice Stratocaster, a custom shop Gibson, something that's made here in the States and that you will own, you'll cherish, you'll hand down to your son or daughter, I think that's a fantastic goal. And to boot, I think that they are superior instruments. I think that they sound amazing, and I think they're just a treasure to hold and to play. When I play some of these instruments here, it's like, I can't believe I'm holding this in my hand. This is something that is just exquisite. It's like I said, it's a treasure to play. So if that's how you are, come visit us. Big Hit Guitars, bighitguitars.com, and we'll hook you up with an American or an imported guitar that you are going to love. Thank you. I can tell you this is one sweet sounding Strat.